What's up guys, back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a firmware update video again. So today actually ImmersionRC released a firmware update bundle for both the flight controller and the OSD, and version for the OSD is 1.0.0.24 and Betaflight is version 2.3.3a. So both of those were released today about 3 or 4 hours ago on January 22nd, 2016. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first thing you're going to need to do, as always with updating firmwares, is you're going to need to remove your props. So just go ahead and take those off. It'll take you 2 seconds and it'll probably save you from losing a finger or getting scuffed up or whatever happens. Next thing you're going to need to do is download your files. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a link to this in the description. It's straight from ImmersionRC, so as soon as you click on the link, it's not going to bring you to a page to download it. It's a direct download link. So click it and the download will start automatically. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to update the OSD. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up ImmersionRC Tools. Come up here to the Vortex 250 Pro. And then before you try to connect to it, just make sure that your battery is connected here and your USB cable's plugged in. So for those of you who don't know, that the way the Mario tune sounds means I already updated. So I did already do this just to make sure that I could get it right the first try, and it did. So if we come up here to the ImmersionRC Tools, just once your Vortex is connected and your battery's plugged in, hit Read Settings, and you'll see right here version 1.0.0.24. So I already have it updated, but what you're going to go over to is the Program tab, Update Firmware, and then you're going to go to your desktop and get your OSD firmware. So just double click on that. Your Vortex is going to beep a few times. You're just going to disconnect and reconnect it, and then you'll see the bar start to fill. So that's usually a pretty good sign. So upgrade completed. So power cycle. So if you come up here to read settings from Vortex, from whatever version you had before, it'll now be 1.0.0.24. So that only took us 2 minutes, including the intro to the video, so we're making good time so far. So just go ahead and hit exit from this, open your Clean Flight, and once Clean Flight opens, you're not going to hit connect in the top corner. I know you want to hit connect up here, I know you want to, but that's not the right thing to do. You're going to come over here on the left tab. You're going to see Welcome, Documents, and Support, and then Firmware Flasher is going to be the one on the bottom. You're going to go ahead and click Firmware Flasher. You're going to see right here, please load firmware file. So down here where it says Local, in that same folder where you extracted both the files, you'll see the only thing you're able to select is the Betaflight IRC Fusion F3 version 2.3.3a.hex. So just double click on that. It's going to see loaded local firmware and then the size of the file. So don't screw with any of these settings up here, just leave them blank. And then once everything's all set, if you had just updated your OSD firmware, just to be safe, just power cycle just in case anything is going wrong. Plug it back in. Let that really long and really annoying Mario chant go through. And then, right down here, flash firmware. So, executing local erase, flashing. Your Vortex is going to be beeping a little bit. Make a nice little beat. Programming successful. So now we see that it went through correctly. So just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and power cycle it one more time. Just go ahead and unplug it and plug it back in. let that really annoying tune go through again. So then once that's done, go ahead and go back to the welcome tab of CleanFlight and then hit connect. So I just want to see if CleanFlight recognizes it as being version 2.3.3 of Betaflight. So right underneath the disconnect button, you'll see show log. Go ahead and click that. And then if you read the log, which is just a few lines, and it's not code or anything, it's straight text. So you'll see flight controller identifier Betaflight, so BTFL, and then version 2.3.3. Firmware released on January 20th, so I guess that they didn't release it to us right away. And board Fusion 3 version 0. So everything's all updated here, so we're all set. Just hit X, and then what we're going to do is we're going to double check on our goggles. So if you looked at my last video, you'll know that to get your Vortex to open the OSD after, you're going to need to disconnect your USB cable and then power cycle. I think this is the 4th time. Alright, and then if we take a look inside our goggles, which unfortunately I still don't have a DVR, I plan on getting Dominator V3s either this weekend or next weekend. So from now on, or from then on, I'll be able to show you guys actually what's going on my OSD. So right now I can see on the ImmersionRC OSD, our Vortex OSD firmware is 1.0.0.24. That's right to the right of the logo of Vortex, and then underneath the ImmersionRC logo. So if you're looking at your OSD, just look for those numbers, make sure that that's correct. And then if you look at the bottom layer of texts, you'll see FC version, which is your flight controller. It should say 2.3.3 BTFL. So that's Betaflight. So if you see both of those things, then you're all set. And just to make sure that everything still works correctly,
Horizon mode.
So I'm going to make a video on how to customize your Tyrannus probably in the next week or so. That I planned on making this video but once this release came out, I figured this would be the perfect time to show an update video. So once you get to your Vortex, just to make sure you get in the OSD, bottom left. And so this is why I wanted to do this. So it's actually not going into the OSD. Let me see if I can dismiss it. So by arming, nope, we're not arming at all. So what I'm going to do now is actually I'm going to reset the Vortex. So if you go here on the LED board, which is kind of hard to see with the flashing lights, but in this corner right here, there's actually a little button. So you're just going to have to press and hold that. And since I installed the diffuser board, it's kind of hard to press, but just go ahead and press and hold that. So one beep. There you go. So that actually brings you to the setup wizard. So it's detecting the receiver, making sure that it's on and bound. Okay, so since my receiver was already bound, I don't need to go through that again. Now it's saying to center all controls. So all my controls were centered. So that's very good. I didn't realize that. So center all controls. I'm gonna go ahead and put my goggles on actually, and then try and get the Tyrannus in the shot. This is gonna be very difficult because I don't have another person to record. So bear with me here until I get a DVR, but center all controls. So I hope that this is going to be in it. If it's not, I'm going to go ahead and apologize now. So right here, let's bring our throttle up halfway. Move roll control left and hold. So the roll is the right stick. Move to opposite direction and hold. Okay. Move yaw control, so that's your left stick. Move that left and hold. Move to opposite direction and hold. Move throttle to min and hold, so bring your throttle stick all the way down, hold. Move to opposite direction and hold, so max it out, bring it down to neutral. Move pitch stick back, so that's your your right stick, sorry, move that back and hold. Move it to opposite directions, that's up. Move left stick back and left, so down and left. Return controls to neutral. Level quad, move right stick back and hold, so I just want to make sure my quad's level, which it looks to be. And then move your right stick back and hold, so I can't feel, here it is. All done. So, if I remember correctly, it should play the Imperial March. They just love to play these really long tones. Alright, so now, just real quick, I want to make sure that we get into the OSD. So that's down and left. So that beep triggered the OSD, so that's good. And then just want to do a quick arm to make sure that the motors spin up. They do. Throttle up, working good. Yaw left, yaw right. Okay. Roll left, roll right, back, and forward. And then just go ahead and disarm. I'm just going to turn off the throttle warning. But that's it, guys. So we have everything all set up. We went through the setup after updating, and everything's all good. So last but not least, I have the giveaway, which was supposed to be at 25 subscribers, but I was almost at 50, and then this release came out today, and I figured that I would go ahead and do a video on it. So I don't know how, I don't know why, but somehow the guy who I had been helping actually get his Vortex up and running, if you guys are on the forums or on the Facebook groups, you'll know CJ. I've been helping him, and he's thanked me a few times, and when I went to go select the winner of the giveaway, the random number generator generated a number, and when I went to my subscribers page to see who was subscribed to me, he was the one that corresponded with that number. So congratulations, CJ. At 50 subscribers, I'm going to be doing another giveaway, so I think I'm at 41 or 42 now, so I'm like 8 or 9 away. Then I'll be doing another giveaway. So CJ, go ahead and hit me up on Facebook, and we'll go ahead and work out how to send you your giveaway stuff. And in just over 10 minutes, so we're at 12 minutes now, not including introductions. So under 12 minutes, you get updated both OSD and flight controller, set up through the OSD, making sure our endpoints are all good, and now we're ready to go fly. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't. If you didn't, leave a comment and tell me why. If your thoughts are more complicated than thumbs up or thumbs down, also leave a comment. Definitely subscribe to be entered in those giveaways that are going to happen pretty often as my channel starts to grow. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.